Midas & Co. Limited, also known as M & Co., produces coconut oil sachets and bottles for retail sales. They own 4 factories across India. Exporting coconut oil in bulk and in small packages overseas is also part of their business. They have one annual open cargo policy for covering their imports and exports. Their cargo insurance losses are steadily increasing. They pay a premium of Rs 2 crores to Crescent Insurance Company and collect claims worth Rs 70 lakh per annum. They have a major claim in process for Rs 1 crore. Their policy has come up for renewal and the company's chief finance officer, Mr. Agrawal, is discussing the same with the company insurance manager, Ms. Ranjana, and the insurance broker, Mr. Rohit.
I cannot approve a 2 crore budget for import-export cargo premium. I can only afford 1 crore.
Sir, your loss record is not moderate and that is not helping you to achieve big reduction in premium. In addition, the market has gone through a very bad experience in the last 3 years during and after COVID. The policy deductibles are also very low.
Sir, we got 3 quotations from 3 different insurers. They all are in the region of 1.7 to 2 crores.
Why don't you shift from ICCA to ICCB policy and cover only named perils like fire, explosion, stranding, grounding, capsize, collision, overturning of vessel, etc.?
Sir, you can see, there are 3 types of cover in cargo, A, B, and C. Rohit, why don't you comment?
Okay, in that case we can get a revised quote. I'm sure the premium will be less than 1 crore. I will check the schedule to the policy and the premium calculations. Remember, ICCB policy does not cover theft, arson, contamination and other unnamed risks like denting.
Rohit, the contamination risks in oil imports is low and I would avoid paying 1 crore extra for this annually.
The broker should have requested a risk review due to this major change. They should have realized intermediate stocks are not covered for theft and pilferage in ICCB. Rohit could have bought this for a small extra premium.
Okay, we will change to ICCB. Sir, your own vessels are used as lighter vessels in Indian ports to unload imported materials from bigger ships. You need to add a waiver of subrogation clause. If you don't, then insurers will pay for losses while unloading, but will catch hold of your lighter vessel companies for their mistakes. Further, insured name should include your associate companies involved as forwarding agents in Kandla port. Otherwise there could be issues if there is a claim. Please see this image of a fire accident that occurred at the time of unloading from bigger vessel to smaller vessel.
Thanks Rohit. Please do so.
Now you have seen entities insured, insuring clause, subrogation waiver, schedule and reinsurance restrictions in a policy. See how decisions are made without getting into the details. No one has gone through the additional conditions in the policy. It is necessary to check if Midas & Co. is complying with those conditions. Let us see how the story unfolds. The cargo policy of Midas & Co. has run for 6 months. Now a calamity has struck the company. There is a forced theft at their export godown in Cochin 2 days back, with the watchman tied up and door broken. Almost the entire stock was stolen. When Midas & Co.'s property policy was renewed in June, they did not realize the risk exposure in outside godowns due to shift to ICCB cargo policy.
Ranjana, where is our insurance broker Rohit?
Sir, he is traveling in the UK for another client.
See, the broker should have sent his assistant for this meeting.
Okay, as a supply chain manager, Mr. Ganguly, what precautions have you taken to prevent the robbery in Kochi port godown?
Sir, this isn't our godown. This is a third-party godown.
That does not mean we will not bother about risks in third parties godown.
We have this godown for the last 15 years, even before I joined the company.
That doesn't justify that you will accept the status of the godown as it is. What is the loss?
Export stock kept in godown is approximately valued at 20 crores.
Okay, you can go. Please give me status of burglary, fire and flood protection at other storages.
Yes, sir.
Ranjana, please file a claim with insurers. I hope we are covered for these intermediate storages in the property policy or the marine cargo policy.
Sir, the intermediate stocks are not covered in property policy. Our cargo policy is ICCB policy, which does not cover burglary. We did not have time to correct this gap. Therefore, we cannot file any claim.
This excuse is not unique to Midas and Company. It happens in most of the companies, and the brokers also do not highlight these gaps well in time. Ranjana honestly assumed that the CFO cannot help and decided to keep quiet.
Oh gosh, how can I break this news of 20 crore rupees loss to our CEO?
Sir, insurance would have paid only 10 crore rupees even under old policy, as reinsurers had put a restriction on stock value. Plus, we saved 1 crore in premium by moving to a cheaper policy.
Okay, thanks, but I still feel you are not doing your job. Why did you not push Rohit to revise the stock value cap to 20 crore rupees? If you do that, then as per ICCB policy, we will get full claim even if there was a fire instead of theft.
Ranjana committed 2 errors. Firstly, not taking pilferage, theft and non-delivery cover in ICCB policy, and secondly, not revising the ICCB policy sublimit of Rs 10 crores for fire and flood risks. At least now the CFO acts smart, after a loss, to correct both the property policy and the cargo policy.
Sir, I did not know stock values exceed 10 crores till now. I will approach the insurers through Rohit immediately.
If Mr. Agrawal had reviewed stock value levels and burglary risks potential at Cochin and Kandla in March 2023 or in June 2023, this embarrassment could have been avoided. The broker was not involved in property coverage, and that is another problem. See, now the broker is not even there when there is a claim and his premier clients go down. Now we are in December 2023. We will see how the CFO is kept in good mood as the policy sue and labor's clause responded positively after a storm that affected one of Midas & Co.'s export vessel.
Sir, the loss due to grounding of Silver Ganga tanker to us is Rs 10 crores. This is on account of unloading, re-exporting in another vessel to the USA, etc.
Sir, the surveyors are processing the claim, and even in the ICCB policy, this claim can be sustained. I am trying to get an on-account settlement fast.
An on-account settlement happens from insurer to insured after surveyor gives an interim report accepting policy coverage.
Please tell insurers that we could get an alternative vessel so speedily that no one could have imagined. I need to incur more costs to handle the cargo at destination due to change of vessel.
Understood. This is the precise issue in the claim, creating delay. Insurers feel we could have arranged a cheaper alternative vessel, offered by Maersk. They are trying to cut the claim to 6 crores.
We need to say the cargo worth 50 crore rupees would have been damaged if we had waited even 1 week longer. If you need, I could give you independent lab reports to prove our action is justified.
No sir, that is not necessary. If we do it, insurers will deny the claim under Exclusion Clause 4.5. I will try to settle the claim with what information we already have.
Why will insurers refuse the claim under Clause 4.5?
Sir, your claim is lost if the loss arises due to delay, even if delay is caused by stranding.
Are you aware of this, Ranjana?
I have seen this clause 4.5, but I did not realize the application of that clause so far.
Now you understand how one of the policy's key clause on duty and loyalty works. You need to save the cargo provided its value is more than the cost incurred. Costs incurred for sue and labor will also have to be reasonable. You need to bear in mind these costs will not be allowed if they are incurred to avoid a loss that is not covered in the policy. In this case, delay is not covered and reasonableness is open to question. It is January 2024, and Midas & Co. have got orders from Iraq and other countries in the Middle East. They have to pass zones restricted in the policy by a warranty.
Do you mean to say that our export cargo to Iraq is not covered for insurance?
Yes, Ranjana, but you can quickly change that, as the policy gives you a window to correct it soon by paying some extra premium.
See the map. If your company's cargo loaded on a ship goes in any one of the marked countries, for example Iraq, then you need to cross ocean areas requiring extra premium. That is because these are high-risk areas. There are many areas like this in the world laid out. Ranjana ought to have known this.
Well, our exports in January to March 2024 would be rupees 500 crore. How much extra premium would we need to pay?
Rupees 10 lakhs.
Okay, go ahead, see if you can reduce it further.
I will try, but I am not confident.
Many insurance policies require the insured to pay additional premium like this when risk increases at a particular time of the policy duration. While broker could remind you, in many cases, brokers may also be unaware of your business. Hence it falls on Midas & Co. to be diligent to follow the policy guidelines. One policy year is coming to close. Now it is March 2024. Let us see how other conditions and default clauses in the policy work. There is a requirement of a pre-inspection survey for spares being imported by Midas & Company. The supply chain manager seems to have missed complying with this requirement. Ranjana has located this mistake.
Sir, what do you mean it is a slip? If we do not carry out a pre-inspection survey of machinery spares being imported, it becomes a default. I am not sure how insurers will react.
I am sorry. I know you had circulated these requirements to us in April last year. But spares imports happen 3 to 4 times a year, and my team forgot to have this survey done.
Ranjana, I will talk to the Crescent Insurance Company underwriter to see how can we rectify the situation.
Rohit, you also told me we need to check if we have to pay extra premium as our turnover as on 29th of February 2024 might be exceeding the sum insured.
Yes, Ranjana, I checked all declarations you have given on imports and exports. They are about to exceed the sum insured of your annual cargo policy.
Yes, our exports have been up in February and March this year. Again, I am sorry, I should have given you heads up.
Mr. Ganguly, you need to do better than that. Okay Rohit, I will put in extra premium today, but you help us resolve this pre-dispatch survey omission. The consignment is worth 1.75 crore.
Okay Ranjana. Mr. Ganguly, please send me photos of the packed spares, packing list and copy of your insurance certificate.
Okay. Ranjana madam, I have a doubt. There was a loss of 1% in the oil import that arrived last week and we can't explain the reasons for this incident. Can we claim this?
Sorry Ranjana, I wish to answer this. Mr. Ganguly, generally policies exclude unexplained loss under exclusions section. If you can show some event that has most probably resulted in this loss state, I could have a surveyor appointed to assess.
Thank you for highlighting this Mr. Ganguly. Rohit, let us think through. This could be as high as 1 crore rupees claim.
Okay. We have practically covered all important clauses in a marine cargo policy. Let us cap our session with a renewal discussion with Mr. Agrawal in March 2024.
Yes, Rohit, you wanted to meet me on something?
Sir, our cargo policy comes up for renewal by the end of this month. I hope you will give this business to my broking company. I heard you were speaking with other brokers.
Rohit, I can't say I was very happy with your services last year, as we lost 20 crore rupees claim.
Sir, we all agreed to go for ICCB policy last March.
Rohit, but then you did not caution or help us visualize implications of arson, burglary, etc. Your involvement was very limited and you went away when we had this 20 crore rupees loss.
I'm promising we will arrange a risk survey free of cost this month and come with comprehensive recommendations. I know you guys don't want to pay much higher premium.
Okay, do it. I will decide. If you do a better job this year, I will move our property policy also with you. However, one condition. Ranjana tells me policy administration is difficult because you have put lot of conditions in the policy. My fear is that you will add more conditions this year, after your survey. What was the necessity to add pre-dispatch survey last year?
Sir, I will try to simplify the policy. I will come up with a plan. Please give me 10 days time.
Okay, let us see. Ranjana, ensure our estimate of premium is based on proper estimates, as our turnover is going up by 25% next year. We are also adding shampoo business. Please ensure the cargo policy schedules reflect item descriptions correctly.
Sure, sir.
Now you understand what are the key parts of a policy: schedule, entity insured, subrogation, reinsurance, insuring clause that is ICCA or B, loyalty and duty, other included conditions, sum insured, exclusions and defaults.